monoxide. Warning, carbon monoxide, evacuate. Highest carbon monoxide level was 0 ppm. The testing is complete and you are protected.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're gonna talk about smoke detectors. These ones are linked in throughout the house. That's a code in this area, and it's pretty sure it's pretty much across the United States. So these are linked smoke detectors made by SMILING. They are not being sponsored by this channel or anything like that. This is something I did my own research, and I like to, debut products that I feel that could help people out there. So this is the best bang for your buck. I believe I bought 6 of these for like $250. I just missed the Black Friday sale. They were for $200, so that's super cheap. I think it went to like $350 for 6 of them at Lowe's. So we're gonna dive into this. I'm gonna show you how to install that. There's a bunch of wires and stuff. I'm gonna show you the sequence of how you hook all this up so it ties all these in as a linked system. So the first thing you wanna do is get yourself one of these volt alerts. They're like $30. I'll leave a link down in the description for the smoke detectors and for this volt alert. So before you touch anything with power for 30 bucks, like this is live here. So you want to check the wires before you dive into any electrical project, then you know you're safe. So you do this until you go and check it at the breaker box. So just to give you an example, I'll go shut this off real quick and then you'll see it won't make any power anymore. So now that I have the switch off, this is dead, plus the light's not lit up. So when you're doing wires on a smoke detector, there's no way to tell that because there's nothing, a light bulb to illuminate. So we're gonna jump over here and we're gonna wire one in. Okay, first what we wanna do is make sure that our volt tester is on. See it flashing? We check all these wires up in here, make sure we're not dealing with anything live. So everything looks like to be dead here, so we'll pull all these wires out. And you can see when they texture the ceiling, it happens. You know, you get some drywall mud and stuff on the wires. So we have these ones tied in because we had lights in here. That's how we used to light up the area before we had the fixtures. So now what we'll do is tuck these wires out of the way. See, smoke detectors do not have a ground on them. So we'll tuck this ground out of the way, and then we'll pull these all down, get them nice and straight. Pull these wire nuts off, and then make sure that these all line up. So this is 2 blacks, 2 reds, 2 whites, and it's 14.3, so it travels through. So the two blacks is your hot, and then your 2 whites is your neutral. That powers up the device, and then the reds carry the signal. So it's a state code, I believe it's federal requirement, smoke detectors on new construction. If one goes off in one bedroom, it has to throw a signal and alert the whole building. So, it helps people get out of the building so they don't get burned up. Or what's gonna happen here is we'll skin these back here. And you wanna skin them back enough that you can get a red wire nut on there because all these are going to be tying together. So you got to leave enough meat on them to get them all to group. So here's the pigtail that comes with the SMILING smoke detectors, and I'll show you how they come boxed. They're nice and packaged, nice and neat, and they actually come with a dust cap for on construction jobs. So if you put them in and it's real dusty, it doesn't ruin the device. So this right here is your hot, neutral, and then this red cap is your linked system. So they have it capped off. If you just have a standalone system and you don't have it linked, then you would just hook up these 2. That powers up the system. It also is battery backup. So there's a lot of fail safes, and this is all, like I said, required by the building code for this new construction project. So these only come with little strips on them. So I'm gonna strip them and get a little bit more meat on there so I can make sure that we get good connection. Get yourself some red wire nuts, and then it's pretty simple. You just go make sure that these all line up, and then you do black on black, white on white, and red on red. Sure you get them nice and tight. And then, like I said, this one with a red cap, pull that off. We're gonna strip that a little bit longer so we get a good connection. And the reason why there's so many wires in here is because, like I said, this is linking from room to room to room. So code requirements here is one in every bedroom and in every common hallway to the bedrooms, excluding a kitchen, because if you're cooking and it's smoking, it'll constantly send the alarms off. So that's what I need to do to pass code. It's very important to get these nice and even before you put the wire nuts on, so they get good connection whenever you twist them down, because they are all carrying currency through them, traveling from one smoke detector to another. If it doesn't travel through, then it won't work correctly. All right, so that's all there, and then we'll just tuck this stuff back in here. And then I tucked it off to the side, because you'll see in a minute why I did that. So we want to leave room in there for this to get pushed up. So here's the base plate. Each one comes with its own, and it has an arrow on it. So depending on where your unit is, it directs the sound a certain projected way. So this is at one end of the hallway, so we want to project the sound this way. So we'll try to get it to line up in that direction as best as possible. Comes with all the mounting hardware, and it comes with hardware if you're putting it into a different style box that you don't have somewhere to fasten it. It has drywall anchors on it. So we're gonna stick it up there. Line this here. And I'm lined up with the other side here. So we'll run some mounting screws up that way. You don't have to go crazy because these things weigh probably less than a pound. All right, guys, so I got all the batteries, everything in this, and I'll show you down on the ground how you put all that together. And then this is directional. So while I'm installing this, I'm gonna hit the test button so you can see what exactly it does.
Testing alarms. This may take a few seconds.
So all this does is go up there, and then you have to face the arrow that way. So
Testing carbon monoxide. Warning, carbon monoxide, evacuate. Highest carbon monoxide level was 0 ppm. The testing is complete and you are protected.
So now this is facing that direction like it's supposed to, and all the arrows are projecting down the hallway. So I found out that makes it very much easier. I struggled with the first one until I figured out exactly what those arrows meant. So moving forward, we're gonna go down on the ground. I'm gonna show you how it comes out of the package. I got 4 more to install, and then I'll show you how they all work in series once the power is turned on. So this stuff come in a really nice packaged box, so you can see everything's all wrapped up. Like I said before, it comes with the batteries and everything. So pretty much what you have to do on the ground preparation is comes with 2 AA batteries for each unit. And then they have the back here. You pop this clip open, and once you pop this open, it forces this thing out that makes you put batteries in it. Because I was like, oh, I'll just put them up and to see how it works without the batteries. It wouldn't let me put it back together until you put batteries in there. So you got to put the batteries in there. And that is what protects you if the power goes out or whatnot. Still, they all work in sequence whenever the power goes out with these batteries. So just pop these in there like this. And then that goes in there like this. So when you open this up, on the back side of here is a little screw in there. So you're gonna need a real fine tipped Phillips, and you have to take that screw out because that's whenever that pigtail pops in there, that little nodule there has to fit in there. So there's no way around that without taking this little screw out. So it's just taped in there so you don't lose it, because it's super tiny. And then it's meant to go in the backside of here. So this does have a clip in it. I just always suggest doing what the manufacturer recommends. So they recommend you screwing that in there. But I don't think if you lose it, I don't think it's gonna do anything, because this goes up and clips in place. But since we have it, we're gonna put it in the way it belongs. And then you real gently tighten it up, because it's super small. I mean, you can break it in a heartbeat. So there you go. This is what it looks like coming out of the box.
Push test button to test your alarms.
So as soon as you put the batteries in it, it wakes this thing up. It's pretty cool that it talks to you, alerts you. So once we get all these hooked up, I'll run a full house test to show you how they all work in sequence. It's pretty cool. All right, guys, I got all 6 smoke detectors hooked up. We're gonna go flip the breaker and hope for the best. Well, that's good, didn't trip. So let's go over here and check it out. I'll show you. If you hit the test button, if these are all wired in correctly, now they should all sequence all through the whole house, tie in series. One should set off the other one. So go up on a ladder here and do a little test run. When the power is on, it's illuminated. So that was another thing. When batteries were just backing up, it did not have that.
Testing alarms.
All right.
This may take a few seconds.
Let's go down here. So that one's going off. See if this one starts going off. Starting to set them off upstairs. See, now that one's going off. And then all the ones upstairs. So everything in all the bedrooms and all the hallways is going off. Kind of sounds like a Twilight Zone here. So this will definitely pass inspection, because this is what they're looking for.
Power outage.
So if you hear through the house, I shut the breaker back off just to double check some things and actually alert you when there's a power outage. And now you can see it's just on battery backup. That light is not illuminated. So that's a pretty cool feature too, that if the power goes out in the middle of the night, it actually will tell you. So here's what the packaging looks like. SMILING. It's actually a carbon monoxide tester as well. So I'm pretty pleased with this unit. We also did a test whenever the power was off, and they still all go off in sequence. So I was pretty confident that's what it was meant to do, because if the power goes out, you still want to be alerted that there's a fire or carbon monoxide in the house. So like always, we appreciate you guys following. If this is something you're interested in, we'll leave links in our description below to check it out on our affiliate store, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.